Chelsea 0-0 Manchester City, 3-4 penalties, player ratings. Manchester City won the EFL Cup on penalties against Chelsea with the score 0-0 after extra time. The game had a bizarre ending which saw Chelsea keeper Kepa Arrizabalaga refuse to be substituted by manager Maurizio Sarri at the end of extra time. Sportsmail's Gaughan has the lowdown on the players' ratings at Wembley. Chelsea 4-3-3, Kepa Arrizabalaga 3 completely undermined his manager by refusing to come off. Then let a penalty roll underneath him in the shootout. Cesar Azpilicueta 7 had the measure of Raheem Sterling early on as he learned from mistakes at the Etihad. Antonio Rudiger 7 almost undid all of his fine work with minutes left of extra time but Kepa bailed him out. David Luiz 6 really strong when one-on-one yet ended up getting away with a few positional mistakes. Emerson 7.5 appeared far more switched on to City's movement than Marcos Alonso was a fortnight ago. N'Golo Kante 7.5 energetic in closing down space in midfield and his influence grew as the game wore on. Jorginho 6 did Kante's job well, breaking up play, but forgot about his own, distributing possession intelligently. Ross Barkley 5 not quite clicking for Barkley right now. Always seemed on the periphery of the game. Pedro 5 on the edge of it. Asked to do plenty of defensive work and doesn't have the engine to then break. Eden Hazard 8 single-handedly carried Chelsea as an isolated false 9. Gave them an attacking outlet and a foothold. Willian 5 a passive performance. No change out of Kyle Walker and didn't often come inside looking for the ball. Subs Callum Hudson-Odoi 4 Pedro 79, 7 Ruben Loftus-Cheek 4 Barkley 89, 6.5 Gonzalo Higuain 4 Willian 96, subs not used, Caballero, Kovacic, Giroud, Christensen manager, Maurizio Sarri 7 Chelsea were more robust and were eventually a threat. So much better than in recent weeks. Manchester City 4-3-3, Peterson 6 the Brazilians' distribution not up to the standard City are accustomed. One big shootout save though. Kyle Walker 6 barely had anything to do against a largely anonymous Willian. Should have ventured forward more. Nicolas Otamendi 7 one monstrous tackle just after half-time when Hazard bore down on goal significantly impacted the final. Aymeric Laporte 6 uncharacteristically struggled over the top, although it's unclear how long he was carrying an injury. Alex Zinchenko 7 rarely troubled by Pedro and decent use of the ball going forward. Might have overlapped more often. Kevin De Bruyne 5 guilty of forcing it too often in midfield. De Bruyne looks like he could benefit from a short rest. Fernandinho 7 never looks phased, keeps things simple at the base of a 3. You barely notice his presence, quiet genius. David Silva 5.5 neat and tidy although ultimately a touch quiet, much in keeping with his recent performances. Bernardo Silva 6.5 a few dazzling touches were matched by frustration at a dearth of runners off the ball. Sergio Aguero 6 lacked his usual clinical edge. Held possession well and allowed City attackers to get around him. Raheem Sterling 7 Sterling was the game's main threat towards the end and unfortunate nothing came off. Stunning penalty to win it. Subs Vincent Kompany 4 Laporte 46, 5.5 Ilk Gundogan 4 D Silva 79, 5 Leroy Sane 4 De Bruyne 86, 6.5 Danilo 4 Fernandinho 91, subs not used, Mahrez, Foden manager, Pep Guardiola 6 sent a very similar team out to the 6-0 league win but wasn't given a similar display. Referee, John Moss 5 was swayed by the stands and players in his decision-making. Some controversial moments.